Guys, wanting to come on tonight and do a little video about a little follow-up to a video that I did a couple days ago. I did it on TikTok and then I released it to some of my other pages and platforms. But it was about the Volhard's aptitude test for puppies, and there were a lot of questions and stuff afterwards. So I wanted to do a little bit of a deeper video, going into a little bit more detail about what it is, how it works, and I know there were some people that were kind of just not okay with it, and I think because there was this misunderstanding as far as what it is and how it works. Okay, so the Volhard's puppy aptitude test is a test that is done at 49 days of age. It's got to be on that 49th day to be really accurate. And what it is it's an aptitude test. And so what happens is the puppy has to have the test done somewhere that it's not comfortable or familiar with, somewhere that it's never been before. It can be at a park, it could be in a parking lot, it could be at a friend's house, a friend's yard, it can be anywhere that the puppy has just never been with or been before. The tester, the one doing the test, has to be somebody that the puppy is not familiar with. Okay, so you can't do the test yourself. That's pretty much the only requirements for it. The tests themselves, the worksheets, you can find anywhere online. You can see what they are. And then each puppy gets their own worksheet. Okay, so you just take that worksheet, write the puppy's name at the top, and one at a time, the puppies are tested. And there's like a long list. It's like a front and back of a worksheet of things that you do. And there's all different things. Making a loud noise, how does your puppy react to that? One is holding them on their back for however long. I know another one is like putting pressure in between their puppy pads, like on their little paws. I don't want to say pinching, but like applying a good amount of pressure. What is the reaction? Different things like that. Opening an umbrella, what do? Do they just stand there and like, hey, no big deal? Do they run and they're afraid? Do they run by the tester and like hide behind them? Do they go after the umbrella and bark at it? What do they do? Okay, so there's a list of things, and then there's like a little score sheet on the back. It kind of reminds me of like back in the day when I was like in junior high, and you'd be going through 17 magazine with your friends, and the questions would be like, what kind of girlfriend will you be in the future, and all these ridiculous questions. And then at the end it would be like, if you picked mostly A's, your style is this. If you picked mostly B's, that kind of thing. Okay, so this is how it is. One of the funniest parts of the test that I think is you throw like a toy or something, and then you're supposed to see what your puppy does. Does the puppy retrieve it? Does it go get the toy and bring it back to you? I've never in my lifetime seen a livestock guardian dog yet that will fetch anything. And from the time that they're itty bitty, I don't care what it is, that if I throw it, they might go and tackle it, take it down if they're a puppy. But the most of the time they just look at me like, why would you throw that? Like, are you gonna run and get it? Like, and you're training me? No. So yeah, that's what it is. And it doesn't have to be somebody that's trained in this test to do the test. There's no like requirements or a schooling that this person has to do. It just basically has to be somebody that can read, preferably somebody that knows something about dogs. But the test walks you through exactly what to do. Okay, so they'll look at the sheet and go, okay, so now I have to hold the dog on its back for 5 seconds. Okay, that kind of thing. Okay, and then it gives all the possible reactions. Does the puppy like make eye contact and stare at you the whole time? Does it like appear fearful? Does the puppy growl at you? Does it, it's all these things. And then when it's all said and done, you get your worksheets back. Okay, it's not like you're sending your puppy off, having this test done, and then someone else returns your sheets, or doesn't return your sheets to you, but in a week or so, gives you the test results after they've analyzed it, and they tell you what your puppy is. And that's not how it works. You're right there, and you have your sheets in hand by when it's done, and then it's your job to go through and analyze this. Okay, Yes, this test was created for house dogs, normal dogs. Um, it was not written for livestock guardian dogs. In fact, I don't know of any aptitude test yet that has been created for them. If there is, I would love to hear it because I would really be interested in finding out more about it. So you have to kind of take it with a grain of salt. Okay, so one of the things, like the fetching thing, okay, so the test may say your dog failed that part because it didn't go get the toy and bring it back to you. Well, no, of course it's not going to do that because that's not what they do. So the test might say that they failed, but to me, I'm saying I don't give a rip if that dog brought that back to me or not. Okay. Another part of the test, the opening the umbrella part. Okay. A livestock guardian dog that is maybe a bit more dominant in nature, maybe that puppy will growl and go after that umbrella, woof, 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 and run up to that umbrella like I'm going to smack it down. A normal dog would fail that part because that would be a very dominant aggressive trait that you would not want in, Winn-Dixie to move into your house that's going to be aggressive and bark at everything that makes noise. But as a livestock guardian dog, that's not always a bad trait. Okay, so some of the stuff you have to interpret as a livestock guardian dog would be scored. Okay, so no, it's not perfect, but it is still extremely insightful. It is still showing me out of a pack of, well, let's see, my current litter's 13. It is still one-on-one in a neutral environment with something they've never seen before and aren't comfortable with, what their reactions are to certain things. And that's very helpful for me because as adults, I'm not there with them. When a predation comes in and it's new, something they've never seen before, that's what I want to know. How are they going to react and respond to that? If it's something big and scary, are they going to have a big heart and be brave and go out there after it, even though maybe they're unsure? Or are they going to hightail it back to the barn and hide and cower? Okay, these are things I need to know. And believe it or not, 49 days of age, this test is so freaking accurate every single time. And oftentimes it's things that you wouldn't expect at all. A lot of times the way that a dog behaves in a pack setting, and in a pack setting I mean the litter, their initial pack, the first pack of their life, you may have one that appears to be runty or maybe the bottom of the pecking order, but when you get them out in neutral territory, they may be the first one to then venture off by themselves and go and investigate things quietly, unassumingly. That's the dog that you may be like, wait, where did that one go? I just saw it here a minute ago. Where did she go? Oh, she's over there all by her lonesome figuring stuff out. So it's very interesting and oftentimes very surprising, the test results that you get from this stuff. So I find it really, really helpful. And I know there's people that came at me after the last video that I made saying that's ridiculous, it's useless. That test wasn't written for livestock guardian dogs. And again, no, it wasn't. So it's our job to put our thinking caps on and to be able to look at those results and say, okay, because you get those worksheets back. Nobody reads it for you and tells you what it means or what to think. What it does is give you the results from an impartial person in a very neutral location, all of these things. So that's what makes it very, very useful. And then it's our job as the breeder or litter owner or whatever you'd like to say to then look at that and say, okay, this. Okay. So yeah, a lot of things that that test are gonna say, oh, that dog failed. That could because that dog is really aggressive, and you don't want that in your home. Well, no, I wouldn't want something like that in my house. I wouldn't want a dog that will bark or stand up. Right? Maybe that's not something that aggressive that I would want in my golden retriever, who I want just to be nice and mellow with my kids walking around and whatever. You know what I mean? I don't know if that makes any sense. Attributes that a livestock guardian dog has that are positive wouldn't normally be seen or be okay in a house dog. it's a different mentality, it's a different wiring, it's a different way of thinking, and that's what this test shows. So you have to really be able to, I don't want to say take the results with a grain of salt, but you have to take them and then really analyze them for the individual need that you're looking at, because you're not testing Winn-Dixie, you're testing a livestock guardian dog. So the test is very helpful, and I think very, very accurate if you're interpreting it the right way. And I didn't go into that very well in my last video. It was just a short 3-minute TikTok. But this, I hope, goes into a little bit more detail. And I know there's going to be people that are still going to not like what I have to say, and I'm okay with that. Training, raising, breeding dogs, whatever, is just like anything else in the world. Okay, there's a million and one different ways to do things, and this is just my way. This is just one way that works for me, that gets me the results that I want. Take it or leave it. Hopefully, learn something from it. So, if you have any questions or comments, don't be afraid to share, ask questions, drop a comment, engage the conversation respectfully. And yeah, but yeah, hope to come at you guys again soon with hopefully some more information. And we'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks for watching.